Hey everyone, it's Mark Wiens with migrationology.com and eatingthaifood.com. I'm in Bangkok, Thailand, and I'm gonna make the recipe for Khanom Jeen Nam Ya, which is a southern Thai curry made with coconut milk and fish. And I think it's probably one of the most popular, most beloved, most comforting southern Thai dishes. And this recipe is directly from my mother-in-law, who makes it all the time, and actually she used to even sell it at the market. So she is an expert at this dish. We always love it when she makes it, and I think you will love it too. Be sure to click the link below for the full recipe and details, but keep watching this video, and this is gonna be absolutely delicious. I'm gonna be using barracuda fish, and I have 2 barracudas, small ones, which is 1 kilo of fish. But you could really use any kind of fish that's firm meat. So the first thing I'm gonna do is actually just boil the fish. And let me just cut them up so they're easier to boil. So I'll chop off the head sections. You could also use something like mackerel, also works well for this recipe. But if you can find barracuda, it's pretty good. Once the water comes to a boil, just toss in the fish. As the fish is boiling, I'm gonna work on my curry paste. So I've got lemongrass that has already, the ends of the stalks have already been cut off. And then I've got some turmeric, and my garlic is already peeled. So basically I'm just gonna really slice these into fine pieces just so it's easier to pound. Yes. All right, and the turmeric, same thing. First step is to just sprinkle in a pinch of salt. I'm just gonna toss in all the dry chilies. Okay, it takes a bit of power, but it's been about 5 minutes pounding, and you can see it's a nice kind of powdery, coarse powder. Throw in some black peppercorns. Probably give this a little pound first, and then add some of the lemongrass and turmeric. And let me just toss in the rest of that turmeric and lemongrass, and then just keep on pounding for another 15 minutes or so until we've got a nice paste. Before I finish pounding the curry paste, I'm gonna move over to my fish. It's been boiling for just about 15 minutes. Of course, if you have smaller fish, it might take less time. Fish out the pieces of fish and put them on a plate to cool. And yeah, I'll just put these aside, let it cool off as I finish that curry paste. I think this is just about done. I have been pounding for about 30 minutes, and it doesn't need to be extremely, extremely fine, but you do want to make sure that you get all the big chunks out. The last step is to go in with some shrimp paste, and then just sort of lightly pound and mix until all that shrimp paste is mixed in. And then we're gonna be ready to assemble the curry. And you can just kind of fold it and mush all that shrimp paste, just making sure it's even. And another thing I forgot to mention is that you wanna be careful with making any curry paste for the chilies on your hand. If you have gloves, it is definitely a good idea to use them. Take a piece of the fish, just wanna take out all of the meat and throw away the bones and it's okay if a little bit of skin gets in there, but mostly you just want to take all that flesh. Oh, and you can see that barracuda, just that white, and it's really firm meat as well. I got all the fish deboned. I'm gonna come over here to the crock and put all the curry paste into a bowl. And then the next step is to actually pound the fish. So I've got quite a bit of fish, so I don't know if it's all gonna fit in one go. So I might have to do a couple rounds. And then we're just gonna pound it just for a couple minutes, just to get it really smooth. And normally, if you have a bigger sized mortar, you could probably pound it all together with the curry paste. That's what I've seen a lot of people do, but we'll just do it in batches here because, yeah, my mortar is just too small to handle all this. Oh, but you can just see that fish It's so firm and so dry and such a meaty barracuda fish. Okay, I think that should be good for this round. Let me take it out and pound the rest real fast. Yeah. It's like feathers. Got the fish pounded. I'm gonna move over, and this is an empty pot, which I'm just gonna turn on the stove, probably to about a medium heat. And the first thing I'm gonna do is add coconut milk. And this is fresh, marvelous coconut milk, one of the joys of life. Keep it stirring, but slowly and very gently, because the coconut milk is very delicate. Okay, next we're gonna go in with the curry paste. And I'm probably gonna use about 3/4 of this curry paste first, and then add more later. And only stir in one direction. That is the key for coconut milk. Oh, I wish you could smell this. It smells so good. The sweet coconut milk, the lemongrass, the turmeric, the garlic. Oh, it's so good. It's getting pretty thick, so I'm gonna add more coconut milk, but this is the like watery coconut milk. All right, that should be good. And I'm gonna go ahead and just toss in the rest of that curry paste. All right, and now I'm gonna add all of the fish. It's almost like cotton. It's so spongy and oh, so meaty. Okay, yeah, put all the fish in. Oh, that just makes it so thick and hearty and rich. At this point, you'll just wanna quickly taste the curry, and actually I just tasted it, and you want to probably add some salt. I'll sprinkle in some salt. But that's basically all you're gonna need is salt. So just add salt to taste, then keep stirring it for a few more minutes. Then we're gonna go in with the kaffir lime leaves. Just peel them by hand, just toss them in. And remember to just keep on stirring continuously on a very low heat. You don't really need the curry to come to a boil. Mostly you just wanna bring it to a high heat, keep on stirring. If you boil it for too long, it will, sort of the oil from the fat of the coconut milk will start to separate. So once it comes to, it's really hot, and you keep on stirring it, and you've added in all the ingredients and balanced out the salt, then just turn off the heat. Okay, and this namya is ready to be devoured, but just look how thick and rich and just, oh, it just looks insanely good and smells ridiculously good. In the south of Thailand, namya curry is typically eaten with Khanom Jeen noodles, which are the fresh rice vermicelli noodles. So I actually picked some up at the market this morning, and I'm so excited to dig in. My mouth is actually watering. Oh, they're sticky and fresh and so soft. Separate them a little bit, and then just put it onto the plate, and I am going over to the curry pot now, and I am gonna drown my noodles, my Khanom Jeen, in the curry. Oh. And that is a plate of Khanom Jeen namya. All right, I can't talk any longer. I have to go eat this immediately. Along with my plate of curry, I also have a big platter of fresh vegetables, which you've got to eat along with the curry. So I've got some winged beans, some cucumbers, some lemon basil, some other random herbs and leaves, and then also a very necessary part of eating Khanom Jeen is prik tod, which are just deep fried dry chilies for extra spice. But I'm gonna actually taste it with nothing on it first. Oh, it's like soupy but rich and thick, and then those. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking and just take a bite. Oh, that is sensational. Oh, that is insanely good. It is so rich and creamy and spacious and just absolutely packed with flavor. You can taste the like almost like starchy protein of the fish, that sweet coconut milk, and then It's a little bit spicy already. And then with those Khanom Jeen noodles, it just is, they're really soft and silky. So they just sort of like disintegrate and melt in your mouth together with that rich coconut milk. I'm gonna garnish with some lemon basil. Also, I'll go in with a fried chili and just kind of crush that. That will elevate the heat. And then take another bite. Oh, and just make sure to get all that fish and all that lemon basil, the chili. Okay. Then you can chase it with some more herbs and vegetables. This is a winged bean. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. I sure had a lot of fun making it, and I really gotta thank my mother-in-law for giving me this recipe. In Thai, they're gonna call this very kemkon mak, meaning that it's extremely rich and creamy. If you buy namya on the street, it probably won't include as much fish, so it won't be nearly as rich or as thick. But of course, when you only pay like $1 for a plate, it just can't include that much fish. But when you make it at home, you can make it extremely thick and just luscious. Click the link below in the description box. There is the full article, so go check that out now with all the details about exactly how to make this recipe and more photos. And please remember to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and if you have a friend who you think would love this recipe too, be sure to share it with them. And thank you again for watching. I'll see you on the next food video.